Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers. Welcome back, or welcome for the very first time to the channel and to the new series we are doing with Rugby Town, the Youth Academy Challenge. The challenge in which you can only use players that come through your youth intake. It's very challenging, very fun. You get very talented players. Some great stories are being made, legends are being born. And yeah, I'll explain more after the intro. How cool was that intro, huh? No, I'm just kidding. It was probably very crap to what you're used to, but it was my attempt at trying to, have that iconic intro that a lot of YouTube channels have when they do career mode, and they go hit the intro and you have that music and the whole visual. It was my first attempt, and I'm proud of it, but it's probably crap to what you're used to, as I said. Anywho's, we are doing the Youth Academy Challenge with Rugby Town. They are a side in the North Premier League Division 1 Midlands, which is quite a mouthful. I think that's the 8th tier of English football. So, if we look at the facilities, it's quite incredible. They've got 14 on training facilities, 11 on youth facilities, youth recruitment limited at 2, which is and junior coaching at 4. Which, I mean, the facilities, we never had a team as good as rugby with like the facilities they have. This is quite a unique situation. That's why I thought it would be a cool one to make a comeback with. Hopefully it's interesting because we're going to get some good players coming through. Hopefully we can keep onto them and have legends like we had in the other series. We had Kieran Oggy in the Gillingham Giants, which I don't know, probably many of you don't know, so go check it out. Scored a wonderful bicycle kick in a playoff final. And then we had Rugby Town, which though is quite tough. There was a lot of players I wanted to pick, but I settled for Alvaro Navarro, the Swiss wonder kid in quotations, because he was for us. And what a name. You just have to put him in the Hall of Fame. And obviously in the subscriber Hall of Fame we have Wilfred Williams, my first subscriber. So yeah, if you want to be in the subscriber Hall of Fame, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, today we're just going to be exploring Rugby Town, introducing to the squad, the concept, and just saying hello again. So if we go to the squad, we have a very small squad. In the under 21s we don't have anyone. I think the first thing we're going to try to do, I think it's going to get rejected, is to have an under 18s team. Jesus, that was hard to say. Because the under 21s don't actually play. It's quite bugged. They don't have a league, or at least I've never seen them actually have a league, unless that's like a Premier League thing. In the lower leagues, under 21s never play. So it's just kind of a bad place. Under 18s can be put into a division where they can play against other teams, and they actually get some time to develop. If not, I'll just, organize friendlies manually, which is going to be a very fun process, but you got to do what you got to do for the boys. So our best player at the club currently is a 20-year-old Dan Summerfield, a centre-back. You can see his attributes, the cons, the pros. Pretty much I'm going to try to keep everyone at the club, but we're so low that you can't really offer full wages. I think majority of wages will go to youth players. We give them £5 a week for 2 years. Hopefully we get promoted quite quickly. We should be getting some real good players coming through. I think youth facilities correspond to the current ability of the player that comes through, and then something else probably corresponds to potential. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. Yeah, so this is Dan Summerfield. He's our best player, centre back, probably captain. Fielding, he's actually not too bad as a striker, quite pacey, doesn't make the right decisions. I also put everyone on the training. If you didn't know, to get the most growth out of your players, you need to put them on a role duty thing, and then you can also give them additional focus. So I went through and assigned it to everyone. Rossa, Kolodziński, apparently he's quite popular from what I saw online with the fans. Liam Francis, another centre back. I think they've got a lot of centre, got 4 centre backs, so maybe a 5 at the back system. I like to play a 4-3-3. Tiki-taka, that's usually how I like to play for manager. Creates the nicest visuals, nicest goals. But obviously, you gotta, that's the thing with the Youth Academy Challenge. You have to adapt to what you're given. If you get given 3 great strikers, you might have to play a 3 up top system. If you get 2 great goalkeepers, 2 goalkeepers in goal. No, but that type of thing, you got to adjust to what you're given. So if you get 5 great centre backs, probably 3 at the back makes more sense. Which is actually a real life talent. I think he could be great. 5-star potential, 19-year-old centre-back. Is he actually from... We don't know where he's from, but he's English, so I'm going to assume he's from Rugby. No, not Liam Francis. Joshua Thomas, he's 5'11 and centre-back, so I think we're probably going to be pushing up at full-back. Not the paciest, but, you know, that's stuff we can work on. Who else do we have? We got Fitz Harris, a DM, which actually kind of works. Very slow, very old. It's going to be, you know, probably looking for a DM for the youth intake. Kyle Burke, another centre-back / midfielder. There's a lot of centre-backs, so I think 5 at the back is where it's at. Kyle Burke, not too bad. We actually got a Dutch player, Edwin okay, Edwin. We've got Edwin. Great balance. I don't know. Target forward with 5'10". Yeah, okay. I don't know about that, Edwin. So strikers, looks like we need some. Reki, yeah. I think that's how you say it. Right back. 132 appearances for Rugby Town, which means he's probably, you know, quite a big fan favourite maybe at the club. Wilson, 25-year-old striker, bit of potential, another pressing forward, 6'1". He's more of the target forward that we were promised with Edwin. Now these are players that can go any second, which is quite sad. And there is actually one 18-year-old. I did try to offer him a contract, like a full-time one, where they can't just sign him. He's got 5-star potential. I think they say no. I'm reading that wrong. Oh no, that's Must20, South African. He's just English. 5'7" midfielder. He could be a Mazzala. I think he actually might probably start. In the 4-3-3 I like to use, there is a Mazzala there. Sahota, another Mazzala, but we'll see. Oh, Jesus Christ, I looked at the same player twice. Carbo, Mosh20, yeah, another midfielder. Big, but no technicals. Luke English, another right back. We've got a lot of right backs, so some of them are going to have to be retrained. He's actually got a fairly strong left foot, so I think this is our new left back. And then finally, Drew Keir, who can also play wing back / winger. He's decently pacey, so maybe there'll be something coming out from him. And then he's not a real player. Darius Walkinshaw is not real, but he's just there to fill out the numbers because we've got a very small squad until the first intake. There's no one on 21, as I said. We've got some staff, and they're actually quite important because they're going to be saying how the players develop and stuff like that. So William Francis is actually our assistant manager and best player. So yeah, 6'5", I noticed, but tall players are good. They're good in this game engine, I must say. So Liam Francis is integral to the club currently. Jason Lands is a coach, not a great one, but you know, we'll keep him for the time being. And Tim Orford is also not is not great. He used to be an under 18. Is he still under? No. There is an under 18, so that's not possible. But he is just a coach of the club, also not great. We do not have a head of youth development, so I am actually trying to get one in. Oh, we actually have players coming in. So I found Noah Hall, which I think for this level, he's actually pretty good. He does a 4-4-2 preferred formation. So 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, 2 wingers, and a whole back line should be coming out from every youth intake, which I'm not too upset about. The strikers you can convert into Mazzalas if they're more technical, midfielders or wingers, depending on how they come through. 20 working with youth I think is very good. The best it can be. I don't know, that's a silly statement to make. And then 7-7 at this level is not too bad. He is currently considering joining us, and I really hope he does. Fairly professional personality, also very important. I hope going forwards he can develop alongside the club and produce more talents. But you know, if there's other options out there in the world, we will bring him in. Let's actually look at the players coming in, because I didn't actually didn't get a good look at them. Whereas transfers, so we have Nike Lidbert Hines from Carlton coming in. 21-year-old goalkeeper, that's good. We actually have a backup coming in. A 38-year-old James Mace. I hope he's not coming in on a full contract, because that's going to be hard to get rid of. Another centre-back. Christ, we are really banking on like having 15 centre-backs at the club. It's getting quite outrageous now. Another midfielder / centre-back. More coverage. A Bermudian. 34 appearances. Wow. Did he play for any massive clubs? Obviously no disrespect to any of the clubs listed here, but nothing standing out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We have an international. And Rico Taylor from Romulus coming in. a winger actually, slash striker, slash midfielder, which is good. Coverage in other positions. Oh, I mean, tactically, this is the tactic I like to use. It's one I found online, but it produces a lot of highlights, lovely highlights in my personal save I was playing this year. So I want to try this, but imagine the amount of centre backs we have. I'll have to think of a 5 at the back, or some sorts. And yeah, so that's the club that you've seen. I think I've showed you every aspect of the club so far. They've won these trophies here, if anyone's interested. We'll try to fill out the cabinet, of course, as we go along. Anything else that I want to say? No, I think that's it. Oh, the structure of how the episodes are going to work. So the episodes are going to work like this. We're going to have, today was just introduction. I'll try to, in the next 3 days, we'll have the youth intake. Once the youth intake is done, we're going to have a season review where we're going to look at all the players, how they performed, how they developed, see like the player of the season, young player, prospects, just currently just like showing you the club, where we're at. And then if there's like a cup final, we'll have a cup final special as well. If we get to, I don't know, if there's a playoff, if there's an FA Cup in the future, FA Vars, is that what it's called these days? Yeah, is Suzu FA Vase. If there's a cup final, we will also make that its own episode. I think it's quite fun, but in general we'll be trying to speed through the leagues, because you know, sometimes you can get stuck in them for like 10 years waiting for some good talent to develop or just come through. So yeah, it's going to be youth intake, season review, so on, so on. And I think everyone really just enjoys watching the intake, seeing who you get. I think it's the most exciting. I'm really excited now that we've got such good facilities. There's actually should be some really good players coming through. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say today. Sorry about the brain fart earlier. I know it's pretty unprofessional. I should have edited it out. But anywho's, we'll keep it in. And yeah, if you made it this far into the video, you clearly enjoyed it to some extent. I hope you're excited as I am to see the series going forwards. I'm not taking any breaks or leaving anymore. I just need to, you know, find the passion. So please do subscribe. I am committing. I hope you commit with me. We have a great time in FM 2024 and in the year 2024. Hopefully we create some new legends to add to the Hall of Fame. And I hope you get added into the subscriber one. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you later this week for episode number 2, the first youth intake. Goodbye.